Imagine this. You're part of a small group of early humans, wandering the vast, dangerous landscapes of prehistoric Africa. The sun beats down, the air is thick with heat, and the smell of rain on the horizon is a distant promise. The savannah is teeming with life, herds of wildebeest, giant elephants lumbering past, and just out of sight, predators like saber-toothed cats or gigantic leopards. The world feels both familiar and completely alien. But something about you and your group is different. While your prey might flee on instinct, or your competitors might stalk their quarry with deadly precision, you've got something that sets you apart: your brain. Now, you might think humans have always been at the top of the food chain, but the reality of our early evolution paints a different picture. For most of our history, we were far from dominant. In fact, early humans, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and even some of our later ancestors, were more likely to be on the menu than serve it. But how did we go from being prey to becoming the apex predators of Earth? Let's rewind, way back to around 2 million years ago, when early Homo habilis was roaming the plains. At this point, humans were small, vulnerable creatures with little physical power compared to the mighty beasts surrounding us. We didn't have the speed of a cheetah or the strength of a lion, but we had something they didn't: brains. Our ancestors began developing tools. First simple ones like rocks and sticks to help break open nuts or butcher meat. But the real game changer was how we used our brains to think about the world around us. Humans were strategic. While other animals might hunt with sheer force or speed, early humans started to use their heads. Literally, they started to plan, coordinate, and communicate in ways that allowed them to hunt in groups and avoid danger. One of the most fascinating examples of this strategy came in the form of an ancient human innovation: fire. Fire wasn't just a way to stay warm or cook food. It was a tool for survival. Early humans learned to harness it to fend off predators, like large carnivores, which were terrified of the flickering flames. Think about it. Here you are, a group of early humans, sitting around a fire as the shadows of predators loom near. It's a simple yet revolutionary shift. Fire gave humans a sense of control, a protection that other animals didn't have. But it wasn't just the predators we had to worry about. Early humans also had to deal with competition from other predators, like the deadly hyena packs of Eurasia, or even the larger species of ancient hominins, such as Neanderthals. It's a harsh world, and not every early human group made it. Some were outcompeted, some became prey, and some simply vanished from history. But those who survived learned to adapt, think critically, and form stronger social bonds. This brings us to another fascinating survival tool: social cooperation. Unlike most other animals, early humans started hunting in groups, an unprecedented social shift that dramatically changed the course of evolution. There's a striking story from the caves of southern France, where evidence of cooperative hunting techniques has been found. Imagine early humans working together in silence and unison, driving large game into a trap or off a cliff. They didn't have the strength or speed of predators, but they had something even more potent: teamwork. There's something deeply human in that, our ability to work together for survival. We didn't just use our bodies to hunt or defend. We used our minds to strategize, our voices to communicate, and our hands to shape the tools that would eventually change the world. Fast forward to today, and the human brain is still the most powerful tool we have. We've built cities, created art, and even reached the stars. But as we look back on that distant past, it's humbling to remember that the same strategies we rely on today, problem solving, collaboration, and creativity, are what allowed our ancestors to rise from the jaws of danger and become the dominant force on the planet. We are still those same creatures who once huddled around the fire, peering into the shadows of a wild world. But now we know the power of our minds, and perhaps, just perhaps, That's the most remarkable survival story of all.